Our situation. We are not standing still. We are voyagers, far voyagers. It is said we are orbiting the Earth at 1,000 miles an hour, circling the Sun at 20 miles a second, circumnavigating the nucleus of the Milky Way galaxy at 150 miles a second, and proceeding through the vastness of space in the company of our galaxy at a velocity of untold thousands of miles a second. We are not standing still. We are voyagers, far voyagers. So be still, my love, be still. What world? I think the world of you, but what world? A planet like Earth, or one like Venus or Mars, or one in some still to be named yet undiscovered solar system amid the stars in Andromeda, Boötes, or Cassiopeia. My world is one of fire and water, earth and atmosphere, full of earthquakes and typhoons, warring factions, men who hate men, men who hate women, men who hate children, infinite promises for the future, limitless degradations from the present. And you? Which world would you inhabit? Which spheres of Dante's Divina Commedia do you know? Is it Inferno? Is it Purgatorio? Is it Paradiso? Or is it, alas, some God-forsaken, God-forgotten place like Limbo? Creature features. We all love horror films. Here we go. I relish the words creature features, for they refer to that movie genre known as the horror film. The designation also refers to the following enduring, though unendearing, characteristic of the human species. We are well or ill-formed creatures, even before we emerge from the womb, and we continue to live the lives of those creatures until such time as we enter the tomb. Such creatures, the features of such creatures, reptilian, mammalian, organic, yet dynamic, even at times automatic or mechanic, fiend, feast, beast, brute, savage, wild, fowl, fish, domesticated, civilized, elemental, mineral, sensate, emotional, cerebral, spiritual, material, conceptual, imaginary, imaginal, smooth savages, intolerable saints, hybrids all. Here is no inventory of effects. We are compound creatures, part entity, part object, part product, amalgams of accidents, intentions, and continuing identities. The degree to which we may alter our being is the degree to which the notion of change, metanoia, is possible or impossible. The odds of nature are against it. Though there are happy endings, like those in the movies, the saving remnant in religion, in our dearly beloved creature features. Chesley Bonestell is one of the great artists of the fantastic imagination. He had a hand in designing the Chrysler Building and the Golden Gate Bridge, as well as covers of many SF magazines. Adventures in Space and Time. Homage to space artist Chesley Bonestell. We rise above the spires of Manhattan skyscrapers and hence of the mundane world all the way to the Art Deco pinnacle of the Chrysler Building. Above the choppy waters of the Pacific, we motor upon the asphalt of the Golden Gate Bridge to reach the satellites and planets of the solar system. We make the earliest of landings on the surface of the moon, our closest neighbor in space, the first of our destinations. We land safely on Mars and begin its terraformation, and then offer views of the red planet from its satellites, Titan, Mimas, and Phobos. The rings of Saturn do not exceed our grasp. Indeed, within our grasp there lies the conquest of space itself, and with it our triumph over the course and cycle of time. Along the way, we are offered depictions of the formation of the universe and ultimately configurations of its cosmic death. On our breathtaking way, we may forget the magnificence of the Ambersons and the outrageousness of the fountainhead-like ego of Howard Rourke. not to mention the peculiarities of the visiting Martians, or the green of our own Welsh Valley. Valleys of verdant green are at a premium in the expanses of space. We are voyagers all, adventurers in space and time, through the paintings of Chesley Bonestell. Lovers, 2 lines, 2 people. Between the sun and the moon will be found the earth, upon which will be found the you by the me. Where we live. We live on the planet Earth, between the sun and the moon. We live on the planet Earth, between Venus and Mars. We live on the planet Earth, in the interval of space. We live on the planet Earth, in the place of time. We live on the planet Earth, in and among the stars. Haikus are generally 3 lines long. Well, here's a 4-line one. 4-line haiku. The sun glares, the moon stares, the stars wink. Amazed, I blink. Some men were in fact fish at one time, cold-blooded creatures, perhaps salmon or sharks. Some men were in fact birds in the past, hot-blooded creatures, perhaps miners or vultures. Some men were in fact mammals for a while, warm-blooded creatures, perhaps hares or foxes. Some men were in fact, once upon a time, bloodied creatures, perhaps sinners or saviors. Cosmic order. Do the words go together? Is there order in the cosmos? It seems that there is an order in the cosmos, which includes us and our solar system, well beyond any sense of order that we may entertain. Enveloping us are spectacle and grandeur, creation and annihilation, on such grand scales that they produce within us astonishment, awe, and the desire to understand. They also produce within some of us agoraphobia and even claustrophobia, the fear of the emptiness of space and of ourselves, within us, outside us, and without us too. These are dreams. In a dream or a nightmare, perhaps they're nightmares too. In a dream or a nightmare that is set in the remote future, a team of archaeologists has been engaged in excavating a cemetery opened in AD 1900 and closed in AD 2000. They have unearthed intact skeletons of the family Homo sapiens. The paleontologists have determined, on the basis of thoracic and cranial capacity, etc., that the skeletons belong to those not yet fully evolved human beings. Let's end with the last poem on a lighter note. It's called In the World of Letters. In the world of letters, there are many continents and countries, many oceans and islands. There are the continents of prose and the islands of poetry. There are the oceans of fiction and the seas of nonfiction. In addition, there are the mountain ranges and peaks of high speculation and expression, and the valleys and deserts of low description and explanation. There are the polar regions of explorations and the equatorial regions of discovery. Then there are the nation-states of energy and enterprise and the ancient lands of wisdom and tradition. The world of letters is a world of words, some arranged artistically, some systematized for a reason, some deranged on purpose, some with meanings still hidden to our eyes. Above the world of letters and around the world of words, there circle and encircle the anti-worlds in the skies, the heavens, the solar system, the constellations, the galaxy, and the cosmos, for which there are yet no words at all.